there. Sunday, self-competition. How are you? And you, but especially you. Yes, you, right up there. How are you doing tonight on this Sunday, the 13th of April? 13th of April. How are you tonight? Tell me about it. Tell me what you're grateful for tonight. Oops, I forgot the other screen here. Boom. Let me get that other screen going here. Boom. I hit a couple keys. There we go. Hey, Lou, how are you? Good to have you here. Good to have everybody here tonight. It is a great day for a great day. How are things in Iowa? I hope all is well. Heron here too. Awesome. Busy Sunday. I love that. I love that. Hey, Amy, how are you? Great to have you here live. Great to have you here live. It is a good Sunday. Carrie, how are you? Hope all is well in Florida. Ellen, everybody's around tonight. Look at that live. Great to have you all here. I hope it is beautiful in Florida. Couple weeks, Carrie. Couple weeks, beginning of May. And I'll be visiting that great state. I got a few trips coming up to Florida, actually. Hey, Carmela here too. The queen of style, the queen of fashion style. Everybody wishes they could style like Carmela. I may have the moves like Jagger, but I don't have the style like Carmela. Everybody wants that. Oh, let's get started tonight with our the zoo in Jacksonville. Nice. I love the zoo. I love the zoo. We don't have a good zoo around here. Zoo is fun. I love that. I love that you were able to do that. That's awesome. You stop by Buc-ee's on your way or on your way back with them too? You know, just things along that route. It is good. Let's get started here. Let's get started. Our quote of the night. The critical ingredient is getting off your butt and doing something. It's as simple as that. A lot of people have ideas, but there are a few who decide to do something about them now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Beautiful. I love that. I like that. Too crowded for us. Yeah, I don't like. It's funny. My Buc-ee's experience, and it was at that Florida one, in between your store in Jacksonville, that I actually saw Buc-ee's in the daylight. I've been at Buc-ee's a million times, but always late at night, and it was massive and everything else, but it was not crowded. And we went there one time during the day on that trip, one of our trips to Florida when we were driving by, and oh my God, it was nuts. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy, like you say. But that's what happens. Well, guys, first and foremost, at the top of the show here tonight, it is April 13th. Don't be that store that's calling me on the 15th or on the 16th. Be the store that's calling me on the 14th and saying, Neil, I'm doing my taxes and I have this question. Well, I hope I've already answered your tax questions. I hope that you all already have your taxes done, filed, kaput, but I know I will get some call on Tuesday. I know I will get some calls, and I'm picking on you, but not picking on you. So don't be that store. Let's try to finish it up. You'll be happy that you did. It is a good thing to have your taxes done. It is a good thing, and I would tell you to aspire to be part of the 1% that pays more. That's not a bad thing either if you're doing so well. Wow, 2 Buc-ee's on the way there now. That's crazy. Have to see. I don't know if we'll pass when I'm there later this summer or not. I don't know. I got a few trips coming to Florida. I have a few trips coming up. on my Florida itinerary. Um, so tonight I thought we'd have a little bit of a rewind, but a step back. Step back. Hang on a second. Now I can step back. I thought I'd step back. Taxes done. $94 refund. See, Rose, I love that. Now, I mean, I know $94 is going to buy you dinner out, okay? But it's not much, but it's not owing much either, okay? My goal is to be within a certain zone across all the tax returns that I have to do because I'm responsible for a lot of tax returns. And I want to very narrow across all of them, okay? I want to be within a certain zone. Even though there's some swings, there tends to be some swings. On this one return, I might owe a bunch. On this other return, I might get a big refund. But when everything, all the pluses and minuses, I want to be right there like that, Rose. $94, whatever. That's great. That's great. It's not about the big refund. It's, it is about not letting the government borrow your money for a year tax interest free. Because when you have a big refund, that's all it is. But it's the idea that you have it done is awesome. I mean, it really does take a weight off you. And I know you and I talked a lot over the last couple of months about different things with your taxes. And that is great. That is great that is done. And that you don't have to give a check to anybody. So that is a win-win. And the government overall has been pretty good about getting the refunds out there. So to people that are due them. So that is good as well. Although for some they are not as big as in the past. That's again not a big deal. I don't want to owe. Well, I don't want to owe much, and I don't want to get a refund for much. So you're right in what I would call winning, Rose. You are in the winning zone. Okay, guys. So I wanted to take a rewind and fast forward because it was interesting. This past week I had the opportunity. We are 5 years out from COVID now, 5 years and a month basically, from COVID, and I had the opportunity to sit and actually watch some of the early videos that I did back in March and April of 2020. Because I'm like, I always hate listening to myself on tape in general or watching myself. But I took the time to sit down and listen to these videos in their entirety. It didn't really fast forward. I actually listened to them. And what I heard in them I like because it's the same things I'm telling you today. It's the same way I'm telling you to approach things. One of the things that I talk about that I like is consistency. I like level. Working towards better, but not. I don't like sharp curves. I don't like big steep sales, and I don't like really bottom ones. I don't celebrate. I don't overly get upset about the lows, and I don't get overly excited at the highs. I middle of the road is a nice place to be. And I was listening to those times in those early days and weeks of all the uncertainty. And it's a lot of what's going on in the economy today, in the broader economy today, as we deal with tariffs and just the noise of it all. People are nervous and unsure, and I fielded a ton of calls on it. And when I go back and I listen to these things, it is the same stuff that I am telling you. It is the same way that I am telling you to do it. It is that how do you focus on the customer? How do you make things better for them? How do you make their life easier? What can you do to meet your customers where they are? Maybe it's not curbside anymore. Okay, maybe it is through shipping and you've never done shipping before, try it out. It's not that bad. It actually it can connect you with people that you haven't been connected with before. Maybe it's by offering your products on eBay or one of the other platforms. eBay is the one that I love just because it's so easy to connect to your store's website. And we did a whole class on that. But it is these tools or these ways of connection and being there and actually how do you show up? How do you show up for your customer is really a lot of the essence of all those videos. Okay, when I went back and listened to all those early videos when we had all this uncertainty in the economy, uncertainty with how your business was going to survive, uncertainty in everything. Well, if you were around during the pandemic, you've survived. Okay, you're still standing. Okay, and I know a lot of you listening tonight were around during the pandemic. So you're still standing, you're still doing, you're still being freaking amazing. Okay, but these times, you know, and all times, call for you to innovate, call for you to change, call for you to level up. Okay, to level up your skills, to level up your knowledge, to level up how you serve your customers. And it is those opportunities where you really shine. It is through action, okay, by taking action, okay, and not disconnecting from things, not sticking your head in the sand, holding your head up high, okay, and being there to do it. And that's a great way of doing it, Rhodes. That is one of the things today that is really making a connection with your customers is hosting weekly fun events to encourage them to shop and relax and have fun. Absolutely. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Great talking with you today. Whatnot really isn't doing anything for stores, Ellen. Whatnot, you know, I don't mind if you want to dabble in it, but I wouldn't put a lot of energy into it. It isn't doing much of anything for stores that are playing on it. It looks like it should, but it's not. Looks like it. So I would say not. I don't know, but it, you know, but try things. Don't be afraid to try things. I mean, that is the whole thing. That is part of entrepreneurship is to try things, you know, and fail faster. Okay, try things, see what that works. But I like, you know, one of the, you know, the reasons why we did a whole class on eBay is because eBay connects to all the systems really easy. All the software companies, all the websites. Is really easy. But I'm all for this trying things. Okay, I'm all for trying things, and that is a big part of entrepreneurship. That's a big part of say what I said 5 years ago, and I've been saying all along. Okay, but you have to meet your customers, and you know, and don't lose sight of the fundamentals. Okay, don't lose sight of the fundamentals. Okay, from a sales side, it is always average price per item, your average ticket or the average transaction, whichever way you want to call it, and units per transaction. Those are the three fundamentals. You should know those what those are for your store, and you should monitor them over time. You should be looking at them monthly, weekly, quarterly. Quarterly is my favorite number. One of my favorite numbers outside of annual, but quarterly really levels things out. And on the other side of things, you should be really focused on your inventory. Okay, you should know where you are for inventory, where your incoming is. Okay, you know, we're into our 4th month. So if your first 3 months of the year, did you take more or less inventory than last year? Do you know? You should know. Okay, because that is sales. These are the metrics that you watch. You know, there isn't just one number, but it's all about the inventory. If you have the inventory to sell, the rest will come together. The rest will come together. And so, you know, focusing on these fundamentals, focusing on connecting and serving your customer, okay, is as relevant today as it was 5 years ago. The way we do it might be different, okay, than what we needed to do 5 years ago when we might have been wearing a mask. We might have been a curbside pickup where we just put it outside. Might have had porch pickups or porch drops. You know, the way we do it is different. Uh, I love that. Stay chic scent. I love that. Soy candles and private labeling. That's awesome, Ellen. That's awesome. Rylan is doing a candle line too. If you need any, or they are doing a candle line that's pretty neat. We carry it in store now. It's a small side hustle, for them. But yes, these things add, but you have to keep track of the inventory. And Michelle's working on getting more good inventory. We talked about that today. We talked about that today. But these fundamentals, I mean, really, honestly, you go back 5 years and I was saying the same thing. The end result of what you did, the actual action, um, may have been different, but but taking action is nonetheless important. I mean, that is our starting quote tonight. I mean, our opening quote tonight is the critical ingredient is getting off your butt and doing something. It's as simple as that. A lot of people have ideas, but there are few who decide to do something about them now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. That was our opening quote tonight. And it's funny. I mean, again, I think the universe really speaks to us because I did not know that was going to be the quote tonight. This was my topic. We were just talking about it as we were having dinner and watching the sunset. And that is how you make it happen. That is how you do what you need to do to drive your business forward. Is try things, try a line of candles, keep an eye on your inventory, but meet your customers. Okay, level up your customer service, level up your connection with your customer. Send a thank you note to your customer. Mail out a handwritten birthday card to a customer. These connections make all the difference. These connections are how you connect and how you make things happen. And that is why you are still here 5 years later. It's why I'm still here 5 years later. And I'm still standing and still doing it. And it isn't that different than what my father had to do in his pharmacy, 60 years ago. Okay. And then some. Okay. It is that community connection. It is serving your customers in a way that somebody else isn't serving. Okay. It is doing that and making that happen that makes it amazing. Okay. And you guys have an amazing ability to do that. Okay. You are naturals at it. And so, as I listened to those videos from 5 years ago, that is what I got for you. That is what I got. It is lead with intention, do the fundamentals, and meet your customers where they need to be met. And you will have an amazing time. You will have an amazing connection, and you will own it with them. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You know what else you can own? This video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell, ring it so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody run a better business. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at more 8 than ish. Sunday and Wednesday at more 8 than ish. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil at nextlevelresale.com, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. Happy Passover to all those that celebrate. We start the night with our opening quote. Our closing quote tonight is, don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. Yes, we're going to party again. Yes, we will be in person. But until then, and until Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you on Wednesday.